just don't know.
What I told you, Cutter.
People seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know.
Huh?
People,
Let's go.
people seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon, and we here on 910 Sports Podcast Show once again. And first and foremost, you know what I got to do? I got to thank God to be able to come on here to have this platform, to be able to discuss these great topics and to get into these great issues and have great interviews and the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? I'm reintroduced my right-hand man, the Cowboys' biggest fan, doggone Mr. Voiceover himself, your baby mama's favorite host, Barry White Jr. voice. You know what I'm saying? Jacob the Great. What's going on, fam?
Oh man, glad to be in the land of the living, man. It's always a blessing when we're on this side of the dirt. You know, we're gonna wake up, give God thanks, and just gotta be grateful for a chance and a choice and another day to get it right.
You know, listen. So basically, man, I got to get this started today first because you know me. Sometime, both of us can ruffle feathers. Sometimes we can say stuff, and I'll post stuff on my Facebook page, and sometimes people kind of like either misconstrue what I'm saying, misunderstand, or just don't really comprehend. I tried to invite somebody on this morning. I'm not sure if he's gonna come on or not. But anyway, what I posted something last night, and what I seen was about Catlin Clark. Caitlin Clark was left off the USA 2024 Olympic team. And a lot of people said, well, she wasn't deserving because she's not even a top 12, 15 player. She's not even one of the top rookies, and this, that, and the third. And then I just made a reference to say, well, the argument is already thrown out the window because of the fact that in 92, on the first Dream Team, Christian Laettner was placed on that team. Now, Christian Laettner at that point ain't had to pay not one dribble in the NBA. He was a 2-time national champion. He was considered at the time one of the greatest, if not the greatest, college basketball player that ever played. He was one of the most hated players in basketball, in college basketball at that time. So it was a lot of elements that played a part in and Christian Laettner being on that team. And should he been on that team? No. Shaq, you could have had Shaq. You could have, of course, Isaiah Thomas. That's been well documented. Isaiah Thomas was supposed to be on that team and wasn't. And so at the end of the day, my whole argument wasn't shit that I felt like she should have been on the team. My argument was that at the end of the day, this in history, this has already happened before. We've already seen this before. And the thing about the Caitlin Clark situation, it has nothing to do with her being the best player or not being the best player. At the end of the day, if they would have put her on, I don't agree or disagree one way or another. It doesn't really matter to me if she's on the team or not. But if let's just say for argument's sake, they still have a slot for her and they put her on the team, then to me, then it's either saying it's really saying one thing. It's just saying at the end of the day, we want her on this team because the eyeballs she brings to this sport. Now, at the end of the day, we all know this is about money. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily about competition, wins or losses. This is about money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if they feel like they put Caitlin Clark on his team to draw more money, because somebody said, well, people gonna watch the Olympics anyway. They're not gonna necessarily watch the WNBA portion of the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Not the WNBA, but the women's part of the Olympics because you know what I'm saying? Because it's the Olympics. People watch all types of competition on the Olympics, but you know what I'm saying? Like I think that when the players play, when the NBA players play in the Olympics, I think that's probably one of the least watched or talked about things in the Olympics. People talk about other stuff, the swimming and the track and field and all the other stuff more when they talk about the basketball portion of it. So at the end of the day, if you put Caitlin Clark on the team, then what you think is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? You think more eyeballs going to be on it because the casual fan is not watching women's basketball, the Olympics, WNBA, or college basketball if Caitlin Clark is not playing. It's the Tiger Woods effect. It's the LeBron effect. It's the Stephen Curry effect. Let's keep it 100. But I want to let you jump in on this part, brother. I just want to get that off my chest.
Well, man, I ain't gonna be biased. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, man. This is a big racial issue, and it was in collegiate sports. Now it's in on the pro level WA. This is a racial issue, bro. This is not about basketball. This is about people wearing their feelings on their sleeve. You know what I mean? If the girl or dog out there, like you didn't treat Diana Taurasi like that, you don't treat Brianna Stewart like that. You didn't treat what's her name the point guard Becky Hammond like that. They all were dogs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't treat so why you treating Caitlyn like that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
And then you been it's like AJ Wilson, you already had been in the league. And Nike only offered you a deal after Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark
Mm-hmm.
actually help you get that deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they said we
Yeah.
need this diversity. You know what I mean? And like because it's truth of the matter is the WNBA has been getting a lot of endorsements since Angela Reese and since Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark or Angela Reese and how you want to pronounce it. You know how you
Mm-hmm.
want to say it. Since those two came in the league, the WNBA has getting a lot of endorsements.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, the
Exactly.
city of Las Vegas just agreed that they'll play every team player on the Aces, the Las Vegas Aces, $100,000 a year, whether you start or not.
Mm.
Why do you think that is?
Because of Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese. I
All
mean,
right.
because of that. And the thing about this too is Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese whole thing wouldn't really exist without the other. It's like Bird and Magic. Bird and Magic would not have been an impactful thing if they didn't exist and wasn't competing and came in the league at the same time. You know what I'm saying? If you just had one or the other, it would, especially if you just would have had Bird. Nobody really would have cared. But you had Magic and Bird. You had two separate personalities going at it at a high level, and that's what made it great competition and made it great to watch. And this is the same exact thing 40 years later, 45 years later, but we acting like we never seen this before, and we acting like it's like such a big deal that Caitlin Clark is taking over the sport. It's not the player's fault, and it's not whoever's fault that it's not Caitlin Clark's fault that she's getting all this fanfare. It's not. They act like it's
Well,
she that made this happen. She ain't got nothing to
well,
do with it.
well. I come, man. I'm gonna say this, man. And before I say this, it's gonna include Michael Jordan. Now, I'm a through and through MJ fan, but we do have some Jordan sexuals out there that love Jordan. They act like they watch Michael Jordan draws.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You
You're
know what I
right.
mean? So
Uh-huh.
without the effect of Magic Bird in Crybaby Isaiah, Pastor by Isaiah, need some baby wipes. I'm gonna send him some infamy Isaiah. You know what I mean?
Really,
Without
Isaiah
those,
alone.
without those three people, we wouldn't know how good the Jordan effect would be. Jordan
Hmm.
wouldn't have been big as he were without those three people.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that said, "Oh, this rookie a dog, but we gonna give him everything he wants, so he gonna have to bring it."
Hmm.
And so they
Hmm.
made Jordan bring his game up, and
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons made him go to the gym.
Hmm. Hmm.
Detroit Pistons made him get a
Hmm.
personal trainer.
Hmm.
Cause as John Sally say, a year before he left Detroit, he said Michael Jordan came back strong as damn three oxes. Said you couldn't
Hmm.
even move him.
Yeah.
So I say this to say that, man. The players that's already in WNBA, like you don't see a Boston ever say nothing about those two girls, right? Even before they came in, you don't really see the younger players that make WN, but you see the old heads, man.
Hmm.
You like man, y'all on y'all way out to be making, cupcakes and putting sprinkles on damn breadsticks and shit like that, man. Get out of here, man.
Hmm.
Let the girl live. So I don't know, man. I think if it continue, man, she probably just gonna go overseas and start making 20 million a year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Because
that's
and that's another thing. They want her back
who
overseas,
that.
overseas,
Oh, you talking about Caitlin Clark?
and Angela Reese.
Yeah.
Saudi, the women's basketball league in Saudi Arabia, man.
Okay. So stop right there. That stop right there. So that's my point. So basically, that's one of my points. The Olympics is overseas is one of those one time for every 4 years that's marketed everywhere all over the world on a massive scale. So you don't think that Caitlin Clark wouldn't bring more eyeballs overseas and more rating, boost the ratings up even more? They spend damn near billions of dollars for the Olympics. So you don't think if they got Caitlin Clark in the Olympics or whatever on that team, I don't care if she played 5 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen something this morning. They said that one of the reasons why she's not going to play because her time on the court would be too limited, and they don't want to, I guess, do her. Like I guess it would be an issue or whatever. So, but my thinking is, even if she's on the team and gets a few minutes a game, then it's a big deal. But
Let her have the potential of winning a gold medal, bro. Why take that away from her?
it, that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, it's not about best or not being the best or who whatever. It's not even about that. It's about the fact that at the end of the day that people want to see her. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, let's be 1,000. If Tiger Woods wasn't playing golf, let's just say that the weekend that Tiger Woods didn't play golf, I guarantee you the ratings went down plummeted massively when he didn't play. When he was at the height of his game, when Tiger Woods was in the prime of his game, and if he didn't play that particular weekend, folks wasn't watching. You know what I'm saying? Especially we wasn't watching. And then people that wasn't a casual fan, that was a casual fan that watched only because of Tiger Woods, wasn't watching golf. Now golf is one of those premier events that people watch all because of the Tiger Woods effect. Because once they start to really get into it, then people started to enjoy it more. You know what I'm saying? So, so at the end of the day, um, so at the end of the day, I just feel like we looking at this from the wrong premise of shit deserving or not. It has nothing to do about deserving. It's about what's going to overall have the biggest impact over all of this. And I'm gonna say this before we move on to another topic. Um, at the end of the day, people say, well, WNBA, they don't get enough love, they don't give enough fanfare, they don't get enough this, they don't get enough that. Well, you have to use something to get it there. Caitlin Clark is the thing that's going to get it there. So let's just say you got 11 other players and you have Caitlin Clark on the team and you have Angela Reese on the team. Then you may see the other 10 players and say, oh man, I didn't realize Asia Wilson was this good. I didn't realize whoever else is on the team is this good. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, oh wow, I'm gonna start watching more because now I realize it's other great players in this league besides Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese. And so now people may start watching based off of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's always just like if you ever watch a TV show or a movie and you watch a movie thinking, let's just say it's a movie that had like Denzel or somebody or Michael B. Jordan or had Megan Good or whoever in it. And then you watch it and you like, oh man, such a good actor, or this person over here, I like their character, they role in this movie or this show. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you just never know what's going to come, the effect that's going to come, and what's going to have at the end result. But if you don't even give it an opportunity, then you know what I'm saying, you can never know what it really can be. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think if whatever they do, they do. But I think now I've heard other players and people say they're missing a big opportunity to really shine a light on the WNBA if by not having her on the team. I actually think they're doing a misjustice by not having her on the team. But if they don't, then oh well, it is what it is. But they missing on a great opportunity to boost that league to another level by having her there because of the eyeballs that'll be on it, just because of her.
Right, right.
Exactly.
Keep on talking for a minute.
Okay, and JJ Exec on my TikTok says same team would make more of a friend, a friendly rivalry, and that's true. Plus, these girls can get to know to know her, and that's another thing because a lot of what happens is the camaraderie that happens with these players too. So when they're in the locker rooms together, on the road on together for a few weeks, what happens is people that those other players get a chance to to understand and learn Caitlin Clark, to see what type of person she is. So that's another thing that can come out of all of this. How you doing, Queen? Let's say Queen Lady, Queen Lady. So but yeah. So at the end of the day, I just feel like we can't look at it as just one thing. We always want to look at everything as black and white. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always about black and white. It's not all about right or wrong. It's about what makes the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah, look what we out exactly for Kobe because a lot of people see think about, and I'm glad you said that, JJ, because what people don't want to say a lot of times, and they did this with Tupac and they did it with Kobe. They made it seem like Kobe was so loved and whatever after he died. And most of these players are full of they full of it because even Stephon Marbury, I seen an interview with Sebastian Telfair, and he said that Sebastian Telfair said most of the league hated Kobe, not because of who the player. They hated him as a person. They say he was a butthole or whatever. They didn't like Kobe at all. And I've even heard people say, well, the only reason why he got one MVP because they didn't like him, because the media didn't like him. For whatever reason, and then when Kobe was able to get on the what's that team called? The Redeem team? Was that the Redeem team he was on with Bosh and Bron and Wade? But whatever that team was, then they were able to see him in a different light. Like some of them, a couple of players already knew how he was, but a lot of the other players didn't, and they was able to see Kobe in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, because he kind of let his guard down and just had to have fun with the other players. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that a lot of times those things can make a difference too.
But
You
a
know what I'm
lot
saying?
of people feel like people hated on Kobe. A lot of people say Kobe should have won at least 4 or 5 MVPs, and I do agree.
I
I
mean,
definitely
and that could be the case because to me, that's the one of the cases where to me, I say, well, he can't, because when they always talk about the GOAT conversations, then that's one of those things that hurts his argument is the fact he only had one MVP. Because you can't say, well, Jordan had 5 or 6, and this one had 4 or 5, and this one had 4 or 5, and then you get to Kobe and he only got one. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's like,
Right.
you know what I mean? For whatever reason, I don't, you know what I mean? We could speculate the reason why he only has one, but they don't, the bottom line, the facts, he only has one. You know what I'm saying?
But
But anyway,
if you
huh?
look at the GOAT conversation, who changed the dynamic of basketball after Mike left? It was Kobe. You know what I mean? Like I don't care what household and what TV it was in the household. Even if you couldn't stand the Lakers, you wanted to see the black mama play.
But at the time, was it more talked about afterwards? Because at the time, I don't really remember doing those years of saying like after Jordan left that Kobe was the one that because LeBron, as soon as LeBron came in the league, LeBron kind of took over as far as people wanting to watch and being number one on TV. The Lakers always been number one, but I think LeBron had a big effect still, and even like the Vince Carter effect was around at that time, and um, you know, who else was it? Dwayne Wade, and you had different players at that time, so it wasn't just Kobe. So I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
no,
really. I
no,
don't
no.
really.
You can
I
you
don't know
can
about
have
that.
Dwayne Wade. You can have all them, man. Get out of here, bro. I ain't no Kobe fan, but I ain't gonna let nobody discredit the black mama like that. I don't care, especially like when Mike retired. Then 2 years after, when Kobe had that damn nap head fro. Listen, bro, he did some things to people on the court where people were scratching their head, man. I remember Bob Costas used to be like, man, like where did this come from? Like, how did he get that good in the next in the recent 2 years? You know what I mean? Like they even LeBron talk about, man. He said you really ain't want to play Cole.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying was it, Kobe was different. But what I'm saying was Kobe really what they focused on that like that. The NBA didn't really focus on because they focused on Kobe like they really probably should have or could have. He would have had more than one MVP during that time frame.
No.
During that 5 years.
You're right. They didn't want to make him the face of the NBA, but he made
That's
himself the
what I'm
face of the
saying,
NBA.
because you know how the NBA work, bro. If you want somebody to be the face of something, you're gonna do everything you can to push that narrative. And they never really pushed that narrative for Kobe, especially when he got that rape charge, like JJ put out there. Once he got that rape charge, it was over with for him being the face. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because Kobe was never really the face of the NBA. He might have been the most talented, the most gifted, and all of that, but he was never the face of the NBA.
And that's what they made Dwayne Wade the face.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was about Dwayne Wade and LeBron. Me and my brother talked about it back then. We talked about who was going to be better, and I ain't gonna lie. At first, I thought it was going to be Wade. He said LeBron from the
Hold
jump.
on, it took LeBron about 3 years to catch up to Wade, bro.
Yeah,
For
it
real,
did,
for
but
real.
he was saying overall, he was saying like by the time their career was over with, it was going to be Bron. At the time when Dwayne Wade and Bron first came in, yeah, Dwayne Wade was better than Bron when the first 4 or 5 years, 3 or 4 years, whatever. He was better than Bron. You know what I'm saying?
Dwayne Wade is honorably top 3 two guards of all time.
You said who now? Yeah. I put Dwayne Wade 3 behind Jordan and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I definitely put him 3. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Like it was kind of hard for Kobe, like Mike just said, because he had Shaq. So him to getting out of Shaq's shadow took a minute too. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember too, a lot of people was pissed off at Kobe because they feel like he was the reason why Shaq was gone. So a lot of people didn't like Kobe for that either. Because Shaq was a beloved figure across the country, especially with the kids and the moms and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They loved him some Shaq. When Kobe got pushed out of LA,
But
that tarnished Kobe too.
but what we gotta ask ourselves, if they traded Kobe instead of Shaq, could Shaq win with that team that Kobe won with? No.
No, but
No.
that's not really
No.
the argument though.
No, it's not that particular argument. But that is a debate that people can have, and they will say no.
Yeah, I mean, you probably right, but Shaq always said he knew he needed that guard. He needed that Anthony Hardaway. He needed that Dwayne Wade. He needed that Kobe. He said he's always said that. He's never said he's always said he needed that wing player or that guard or whatever, that secondary player like those 3. He always said he couldn't win a championship, and he felt that's why he always regretted that him and Penny couldn't stay together longer, because he felt like they could have won, especially if Penny would have stayed healthy. You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely they could have. And I can tell you, if Grant Hill stayed healthy with that team they had in Detroit, how they were scorching the East. Oh yeah, they definitely won the championship. But Grant got hurt because before Grant got hurt, he used to terrorize the whole league. For real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
People forget about that, bro.
Yeah. And then Michael Quick said, "What you mean Kobe still had Gasol?" Okay.
Gasol
Well.
compared to Shaq, quick, come on, bro. Like you know, I don't know if it's hot in where you at, man, but you definitely need to get a church train and start fanning. Like we can't even Gasol.
But that was 2 different teams. That was 2 times. That team was kind of set up a little different with Kobe, because Kobe had, I think when Kobe had Gasol, he had Odom, he had Artest, he had more versatile players that did more things. That first Lakers team, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, they wasn't as strong as as that team. Like Shaq made them over the top, but that second team that Kobe had, he had players that could do more things better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
yeah,
me,
and I think so. When people start talking about European players, in my mind, they just make the whole NBA soft. That's all, bro. That's all. Not
yeah.
I'm not saying they're not good players, they're not great players, but they make they talking about people change the rules for Mike. They change the rules for them European players, bro, because they're not used to banking. They just used to sit behind the 3-point line. They're not even used to playing defense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the new NBA has become a European league. They
Yeah.
they, they should call it NBA America / Europe. That's what they should call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I do agree, Michael, quick
Hey,
because
Mike,
I
Mike,
think
they put Gasol in the Hall of Fame. The NBA put anybody in the Hall of Fame, man.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
say
now. I think Paul Gasol don't get enough credit. I
no,
really
bro.
don't. I've always said I don't think Paul
To
Gasol get enough credit.
to put him in the same conversation with Shaq, no, bro.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as far as being a number two to Kobe, he was way better than people may gave him credit for. Way better. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like people act like Kobe was just out there by himself, but Paul Gasol could ball for real. You know what I'm saying? He was a true big man. He can give you a 15-footer. He could post you up. You know what I'm saying? He could play some defense. Paul Gasol was the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I'm not
whatever.
saying he wasn't no good player, man. But listen, man, like to go from Shaq to playing Paul Gasol, it's kind of a letdown.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, come on, bro. That's anybody. I mean, how many players you gonna replace Shaq with and be like, oh man, yeah, he as good as Shaq? You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
mean, I
saying?
mean,
Like,
I mean, you could have went from playing just the sake of an argument. You could have went from playing from Shaq to Patrick Ewing, it'd been all right. From Shaq to Elijah would have been all right. From Shaq to David Robinson, it still would have been all right. Like, so there's some
well,
players that you. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying, man.
you okay? You talking about other players that was his peer, like his
In his
in
past
his
year.
yeah. Now I thought you meant like if you went off and got another player, like a brand new player, like Paul Gasol was like a brand new player. Because you got to remember, Paul Gasol, Mark Gasol, all them boys down in Memphis when they was in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah,
was balling, like
they was
for
doing
real.
damage. I ain't trying to say they wasn't doing damage, but man, I like hard nosed players. I'm a big man. I played my position. I use my shoulders. I use my weight. Now these big men is 7'2", and they shooting from half court, bro. That's why these teams is not winning. So I'm I'm gonna give you prime example. Porzingis can shoot the three, right?
Hmm.
But he ain't scared to go down low and bang either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's I said to somebody, and I said this to you. If Porzingis come back healthy, Boston gonna win this shit, bro. Because the
Hmm.
Dallas ain't gonna have an answer for Porzingis, bro.
Yeah.
They won't have an answer for him the whole series.
Hmm.
And then if Kyrie have another squeaky game like had in this one, it's gonna be over, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dallas don't got no chance if Kyrie Irving don't show up and show out. You know what I mean? But I've been saying this to all playoffs and ain't nobody been paying attention. I said Kyrie Irving had these hit and miss games or whatever, and then whatever that could cost them, to cost them this playoffs. He been getting away with it because other players been playing pretty good, like Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington and other players. But I knew against Boston, Boston got way too much. They got too much firepower. That's why I even said the other day. I said Jason Tatum is not even going to prove that he's top 5 player in this finals because he doesn't have to. He has way too
No,
much around him to even
no.
have to prove it. You know what
Because
I'm saying?
I can tell you another dog on that team, man. People can say what they want to say, man. But White, he get off.
Who's
White get
that?
off, bro.
Oh
For
yeah,
Boston,
Derek
White.
White. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got Porzingis that came back. He done went off game 1. You got Derek White. You got Jason. Jason Tatum is to me the most clutch player on the team. Whether you say Jason Tatum is the most talented when it comes to clutch, that clutch gene and what they want to call it and having the heart, it's Jason Tatum. I mean, it's Jaylen Brown. If Jaylen Brown wasn't doing what he doing, Jason Tatum we looking like James Harden out there. He be looking like, and they be like, we average.
This is what I want to say. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown got more impactful points, but they have to play together to make Boston who they are. You know what I mean? Like
they do, but
you can't take away Tatum 30 points a game, bro. You can't take away that, bro.
But this is my issue. This is my issue. This is why I say if we gonna argue for superstars, let's keep it fair across the board. If you score 30, but most of your 30 comes in 3 quarters, then the fourth quarter, when it comes time to give me 8 to 10 or 12 points in the fourth, and you not doing it, or you're really impacting the game and at the highest moment. If LeBron wasn't doing that at the highest moment, he would get crucified. If doggone Stephen Curry wasn't giving you points in the fourth quarter, he'd get crucified. So at some point, you can't say where the man averaging 30, but he getting 28 in 3 quarters and only giving you 2 to 4 points in the fourth. Then he's not really impacting the game in the way he's supposed to if he's top 5 player. If you want to say top 20, 30, fine. 10 or maybe 10th player, that's fine. But you can't say top 5 and you see Luka on the other side cooking like, you know what I'm saying, cooking on the other side like he doggone doing a grill out at a players ball or something, like he grilling a players ball, you know what I'm saying, and cooking them the way he cooking them. Because he was cooking the other night, and Jason Tatum was standing over in the corner.
Luka sound like that because they let him shoot, bro. Don't nobody play no hard no defense on Luka, man. Don't nobody play no hard defense on Luka, man. Get out
Boston is the number 1 defensive team in the league. You talking about they ain't playing no hard no defense? Come on, man. Stop.
But they don't play Boston every game all year, Icon. So that's not what I'm saying, man.
Oh, okay. I got you. What you say? Okay.
What I'm saying is these teams give these shooters too much space. Back in the day, you didn't have that much space. The defense was so tiny you could hardly breathe. That's why people was glad that Ron Artest retired, bro.
But I think even though Luka complained a lot, I think Luka could have played in any era. Because the dude, man, is strong. He could have played in any era. He could have played in any era. Because he's too strong. He's too strong. He got that. He got what you call that underrated strong. He may not look the part, but that joker there, because the way he keeps these guys on like at bay, and the way he has these crafty moves, he got these YMCA moves that you can't really teach. You know what I'm saying? It's like these old school, you know what I'm saying, Uncle Drew type moves that you can't teach. You know what I'm saying, on the court. It's not as
if you I mean, and this ain't got nothing to do with it, but if you've been playing pro since you was 13, you have those moves too. Like nigga, it's like
that's what I'm saying.
It's like he's 70 years old and they're 23. That's how long he's been playing.
But what I'm saying, he's been playing. So you gonna tell me them guys, or some of them guys overseas, strong as oxes, whatever. They may not play defense the same way or whatever, but at the end of the day, Luka, I don't care what era it is, because Luka's not based on athleticism. He's not based on a Jordan or a Kobe or Bron and all these players. He's based on skill. Like so Luka has real skill.
So you would take Luka over Bird?
I ain't say that. See, there you go.
Do you say any era?
But just because I take one player over the other don't mean he can't play in the era. What they got to do with it?
Listen, man. If Luka, if Luka get a hangnail, man, he want the referee to stop and go get a first aid kit. Man, he's so
okay. He gonna complain, but does he still play? This man hobbling around, got bad knees, bad ankles. But Luka's the one of the players in the league that plays that plays 70-something games a year. Dang at 82. You can't say he don't. He may complain a lot, but he still get out there and play. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say he don't. That's why I say the certain players, they may complain. Harden, Jordan, LeBron.
I don't care what position you play. If you soft, I'm gonna call it he's soft. He's real soft, bro.
You might call him soft, but he can still play. And I think he can still play. I don't think he's soft. I just think he just complains a lot.
It's just like a person that went to school and got a degree in auto mechanics, but But I take my car to the shade tree mechanic. He can still do mechanic work. Okay.
Anyway, man, let's get on this. I want to get on this other subject because we about to go before we run out of time. You know what I'm saying? Because we spent way too much time on this subject. We got all off on something else. So let's talk about this doggone Stephen A. Smith thing. Because I said my piece the other day, but I'm gonna reiterate it and I'm gonna let you jump in. I'm gonna let you piggyback off of what I said the other day. So
Okay.
basically, Stephen A. Smith called himself, and him and Monica McNutt. And you know more about this because like I'm not gonna actually sit here and act like I'm a WNBA savant type watcher. You are. So Monica McNutt, from my understanding, ex WNBA player, right?
Okay.
So her, what's her name? It's another. What's the other little light skinned girl on there? I remember the name the other day. Can't remember it all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Andrea Carter, and then those two players, and there's one other girl that's on there sometime, but I think she's not on there as much. But those two players, ex players, are always on Stephen A's show, always on First Take.
All three of them played WNBA.
Yeah, all it was on First Take. Now
Right.
they were arguing about the Caitlin Clark, Angela Reese effect, and Monica McNutt told Stephen A. basically, y'all could have been reporting about this or talking about these girls 3 years ago. Stephen A. got in his feelings, told her that she was factually wrong, that he's been talking about them the whole time, and
No,
it
you ain't.
wasn't for him.
No, you ain't.
And
No,
if it
no.
wasn't for him,
Stephen
yeah.
A. needs to stop with that Peebo Bryson chicken forehead. Stop. No, you wasn't.
So basically, he was saying that if it wasn't for him, that Kimberly Martin, Monica McNutt, Andrea Carter, Carrie Champion,
And
Molly
Molly.
Quinn, and Jamel Hill wouldn't have a voice because all of them came through his show, which is the #1 show in sports or whatever, and got their shine. And to me, I said, what does that have to do to price of oil in China? What does that have to do with with her, what she said? And the thing about it is, yeah, they might have had segments here and there about WNBA over the last 3 years, probably more about like a historical moment, like when last year when Vegas was about to mean Ace was about to be undefeated, or different things that happen, but not no whole thing where you talking about it show after show, time after time. So Stephen A
Well,
need to stop this bull crap.
I couldn't. What they should have kind of acted and told him. Is like, well, Stephen, with all due respect, okay, I give you that one. But if you wasn't the butler for Skip Bayless, you wouldn't be where you at, Jeffrey.
Exactly that point too. And I was like, well, how? And then when with the funny part it was, and I said this, I said Shannon Sharp, boy, that joker to buy the most messiest man on TV, but he funny messy. He that type of messy where if me and you were arguing, he be egging it on when he's sitting over there in the corner with popcorn, like, bro, you gonna let him say that? But he ain't gonna really. But then as soon as it get too crazy, he gonna act like, well, but nah, man, I was just playing with y'all. Y'all chill out. So this joker, what he did was he craftedly brought Monica McNutt on his podcast that night. The what's the nightcap with him and Ocho Cinco to talk about her side of the story. Now, if he didn't think that she was in the right, why would you bring her on your side of the on the show? Because he sat there smiling the whole time they was talking. But as
I can tell
soon
you
as
why, Con. I can
go
tell you
ahead,
why, man. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon, ballerina pants, sharp. You know what I mean? Um, they are two messy ass grown men.
mm-hmm,
Both of them act like they on their cycles all the time.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I was surprised Shannon did that, but I was still surprised that he had the little shirt on, man. Like he need to get a contract with Gerber. Hey man, I bet every time Shannon Sharp put his shirt on, he instantly get a migraine.
Hey, you know it's bad. You know it's bad when one of your young boys got to tell you stop wearing all them tight clothes. When Offset was on his show and told him to stop wearing all them tight clothes because he too big, boy, I about fell out my chair. I said, boy, hey, when a young boy got to tell an older man to stop wearing tight clothes, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But hey, but yeah, I just, to me, I just didn't like the disrespect of it because I'm like, the women have a hard enough time in entertainment for you to sit here and act like you got this God complex. And the thing about it was, I'm gonna say this, and people might get mad when I say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I said it the other day, and I'm gonna stand on it.
Stephen
I
A.
really
Smith,
believe,
a narcissist, man.
I really believe that Stephen A. Smith kind of lost his way after his mom passed, just like Kanye West. He was already arrogant, but I think his mom would have been the one to call him up and say, you know what? You need to get, you need to, son, you need to apologize and get back in your place. Because he's gotten way more arrogant. How you what grown man come on TV every day and talk about how good he look in a suit? Why you and then you want to bash other people? Why you don't got no tie on? What's
I
going on
can
with
tell
your
you,
outfit?
I can tell you what man do that. A man that's real flamboyant
You
in the
know what I'm saying?
closet, flamboyant.
Yeah, but you do that
You
we
know,
at the crib playing
you
around.
know.
I do that playing around at the crib.
Stephen A. Smith remind me of a person that got a collection of Borex.
Gotta what?
A collection of Borex.
Hey,
Like,
I don't know what that man got, but hey,
like the
I just,
like the little thing that your grandbaby wear her hair. Yeah, man. Stephen A.
yeah,
Smith act like he got, yeah, man.
yeah.
Like man, you know, I think the next endorsement for Stephen A. Smith is gonna be with Playtex.
Hey, I ain't no telling him because I'm just like, I ain't never seen a grown man always got to call out. He even call out the women on the show and what they got on sometime. And then I'm like, bruh, why are you always calling somebody out? And my thing is a suit. Like I wear a suit every now and then, like going to church or somewhere. And when I go to church, I don't wear a suit every Sunday. But when I do, I get a compliment on it. But I don't walk in being like, yeah, but we're Deke. Yeah, Deke, what you think about my suit this week? Yeah, Deaconess or First Lady or Pastor, what you think about my suit? If they compliment me on my clothes, they compliment me. But I ain't about to be like no Stephen A. As soon as I come on, I know I look good in my suit. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Bro, it's a suit. How come you gonna get a suit, especially if you wear one every day? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. And then the mother, they be killing me because they just sitting there with it, just be going along with it. I'm like, bro, y'all need to quit kissing dog on Stephen A. Smith butt all the time. Y'all just going along to get along.
And then what's so crazy? I'm just waiting to see what Jamel Hill have to say. Cause you know she don't hold no punches. You
Mm-mm,
know, like
mm-mm,
she got a mouth on her boy. Like she don't care. I'm just waiting to
mm-mm.
see what she gonna say.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
because
definitely.
because Monica them kind of baby stepped it. They ain't really tell Stephen A. Smith what it really was. And Monica, she's at the point where she don't have to be on Stephen A. Smith show.
Mm-mm.
People listen to her for nothing and like her enough where she can kind of really start an all female network and put all the females on her network.
Yeah, yeah. Because you see immediately he brought Andrew Carter back on there the next day. But my
Yeah.
thing is, I think him and what y'all really got something going on. That's just my opinion. Him and
Oh,
Molly,
Molly.
because
Oh yeah.
Molly be talking to him like Molly be talking to him. She be sunning Stephen A. And he the only one. He the only one. He just be letting her talk to him all kind of greasy and talk to him sideways, and he don't do nothing about it. But everybody else, he'll talk to them all kind of crazy, and especially the black women. He talked to the black women on the show so crazy sometimes, like Kimberly Martin and whatever, and he'll talk to her so crazy sometimes, and I'll be looking like, dang, Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, man,
I just yeah.
if I was married to Kimberly Martin, that man had to fight me, bro. Cause he talk crazy to her.
Yeah, yeah, all the time, and people don't be catching that. But I'm just be like, yeah. So I'm like you. I'm curious to see what a Jamel Hill have to say or
Yeah.
whatever because Monica said when she was on Shannon's show, she said she thought that her and Stephen A. relationship was the type where you could challenge your friends. You could say something to them. Y'all could have a healthy discussion, and it won't get out of hand. It won't feel like it won't be like the way how Stephen A. handled it. She said, but obviously not. if he did what he did. So she knew because I think her feelings was hurt after the fact when he went on his show and on his Stephen A. Show podcast, um, on Stephen A. Smith Show podcast, and basically dogged her out on the show. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And talked about the other people that he did. So yeah, so that's just my thing. I just really didn't like it at all or whatever. Let me see. You got one other topic that I'm gonna get into this Danny
Yeah.
Hurley thing if you don't got nothing else.
Yeah. LeBron, man, just let Kyrie get his shine, bro. Stop, man. Stop, LeBron. Now you miss playing with Kyrie, and now y'all out the playoffs. You like let the man get his shine, man. Come on, man. The Lakers ain't pick him up. He getting his shine, man. Like, why? Stop making everybody's situation about you, bro. You know, we love you. We think you're a phenomenal player. One of the best ever did it. But dog, man, let Kyrie get his shine, man.
Okay. I ain't got nothing to say about it. Hey, everybody think I'm gonna take up for LeBron all the time. Nah, I agree with you. Like, I was one of those moments where I feel like he should have just kind of, you know what I mean? He should just kind of let this one go. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
just
let it sit
and,
out. Wait, at
and I'm
least
gonna
wait
say
till
this,
after the finals. But
right?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
say
it's
this. Just because Kendrick Perkins said this, you unfollow the man, LeBron. That's childish, bro. You a billionaire. That's so childish.
yeah. Yeah, you know, some of these players, man, and some of these people, man, they get real sensitive, or they, you know, just like with Michael Jordan with Charles Barkley, and you know what I mean, or whatever. Like a lot of time, if a person, another peer goes against you, then you get all in your feelings about it. So this ain't nothing new. You know what I mean? Everybody think it's just generation, but we see it for the past generation. Jordan
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Isaiah
yeah.
have been bickering for 30 years, and why?
But, but the thing about Jordan don't bicker with him. It's Isaiah, bro. I don't never hear Isaiah name in Mike mouth, bro. Isaiah, Mike this, Mike that, Mike that. Like, bro, you like, do you want to date the man?
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I don't get it. You know what I mean, or whatever. But yeah, like I said, this let it go or whatever. I'm actually surprised LeBron did unfollow Perk, because Perk, even though Perk said what he said, Perk is one of those players one of those people and ex players that says that he feel like LeBron is the great is the GOAT. So for somebody to actually be on your side when it comes to that kind of argument, and for you to still block him is yeah, it's
Man,
definitely
listen,
petty.
man.
Definitely petty.
As much as I like LeBron, if you don't agree with what he say, bro, like he got a problem, bro. LeBron need to go work for Stay Free, like for real, bro. Like you too emotional, bro. Like stop it, boy. Like may, maybe you've been wearing Savannah skirts too long. I don't know, bro.
Hey, hey. At the end of the day, I just feel like I always say this to people, man, because you know me, I'm a bigger picture person. I always look at stuff way a bit more than just what we looking at face value. LeBron has been used to being the man his whole life. He got a lot of yes people around him, and when you got all those people around you with all that power and money, it just, you know what I mean. And you've been like that since you was like 13. That's a hard thing to get away from. It's hard to be hated on. You got to remember, it took a lot from when he went to Miami, when he got hated on. That took a lot out of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't used to that. You know, that
Who
never
hated on
happened
him
to
in
him
Miami?
before.
Who hated on
Huh?
him? Who hated on him?
Remember when he made the announcement? A lot of people, like, he became the villain for that one year. All the
You talk when people burn the jersey? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when he was, you know what I'm saying? And he was the villain for the whole year, and then he had to go back to being like, no, just playing basketball and not trying to be the villain and all. You know how they did the
But
whole thing
I
on
still
it.
have no idea why he left though, bro. Like I know
Was
you
that
want to be
Cleveland or
famous.
Miami?
Like Miami. I don't understand why you left. The owner said some really derogatory stuff to you as a black man, and you go back and win this man a championship, bro. That makes no sense.
Because it
That makes
wasn't
no sense
about
to me.
that. It
Man, get
wasn't
out of
about.
here. I can't, bro. Is LeBron not a black man anymore? So what is it about?
Well, because for him, it was about the love of the people in that city. That was more important to him.
But
That's what
when
that
you
really
left,
was about.
if they love you so much, they still wouldn't have burnt your jersey when you left the first time.
I mean, I don't know, cause that ain't the first time that happened before. Well, he the first player. I think he the first player that left somewhere and they burnt the jersey. I'm trying to think somebody that happened to somebody before that, but I can't remember. I can't off the top of my head can't remember.
It happened to Ray Owens too.
Yeah, so I'm just like I don't think that like that's one of those things where they love you so much, they love and hate you at the same time. But think about how much they loved him when he came back, and he made they went from a suffering franchise to making $1 billion like within the time he signed back up. The team made $1 billion like within the first couple of months before he stepped back on the court, with jersey sales and all kind of merchandise and stuff that they made off of him. So at the end of the day, I think LeBron he looked past the whole thing what the owner said and said, because LeBron one of them type of competitors and one of the type of players. He wants to be loved by everybody. He's not like a Jordan or a Kobe where he don't care if you like him or love him. LeBron is one of them people. He wants everybody to love him, and
I can dig
sometimes
it.
he does that his own detriment when you want everybody to like you. He wants all the players to like him. He wants all the fans to like him, and when they don't, you know what I'm saying. And if they go against him, you know what I'm saying, it's the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying, Jordan's situation different with Barkley. He wanted the yes men around him. He wanted the people around him to be yes men. And when Barkley wasn't one of his yes men, he got rid of them. You know what I'm saying? So all these players got these egos about them that hold certain whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Kobe, if you didn't do what he said and showed up when he wants you to show up, he ostracized you on the team. So all of these players got egos, all of them. You know what I'm saying? They just show it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I'm gonna say this before we get out of here about this whole Dan Hurley thing. I think it's the best thing. I hope that the Lakers get this done because JJ Redick will be a train wreck. Not say he can't coach, but he's not the right timing. So if there's anything they need to go ahead and lock this up with Dan Hurley, I think he's something they need because I think, for one, I don't think he's going to back down to anybody. I don't think he's going to back down to LeBron. I don't think he's going to back down to AD. He's his own man. He can actually coach and or whatever. Now, of course, it remains to be seen if he can coach in the NBA and coach these players. But but at the end of the day, I think he's what they need right now, and it's going to change the landscape of college basketball because Connecticut was about to run roughshod in college basketball because they're the one. There's one of those one teams that I feel like he was one of them coaches that would have kept players around or kept getting great players to come and buy into his system where they would have won. I don't know if they would have three-peat, but you would have seen them win a few more, you know what I'm saying, through over the next several years. And I think with him leaving Connecticut, that changes the landscape of college basketball because now we only really have a couple of real great coaches left in college basketball. So we don't really have a lot left. So you're going to see it's going to be a wild, wild west in college basketball college basketball moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
I heard a few players say, what's the dude that used to play for Philly that won all them six mans of the year? Lou Williams.
Lou Williams.
Yeah, Lou Williams said, I don't think at this time it's a great idea. I think it's something that can be done for Connecticut if he stay. He said he would like to see him three-peat. He said that puts him at an elite level of coach. He said he already elite, but when the team three-peat, and then he said that, and he just said this, man. He said with the type of GM that the Lakers have, he don't think it's gonna be good because Dan is more like a Magic Johnson. He ain't gonna take no crap. He ain't gonna back down, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. But I think that's what they're working on now is to say how much power he's going to get. Because I don't think he's not going to go over there if he can't have pretty much complete autonomy to get to pick the players he will do what he won't. Because the first time, because the thing about it is, if let's just say he go there, it don't work out. You don't think it's going to be 100 teams lined up to hire him right back to college basketball. So I get what you're saying about three-peating. If I was him, I would probably stay in three-peat. But if the Lakers were smart, they'd give this man all whatever bag he wanted to come over there. But if I was him, I would at least try to tip to get that three-peat. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that you can't never really. That's something that very seldom happens. Lee, think about it. The last back to back was Florida, and what was that? 04, 05?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just believe like at the end of the day, it's something that definitely should happen or whatever. Either side. I wouldn't be mad at either side. That's all I'm saying. Either side, whether he stays or he goes. If he stays with Connecticut, I understand. If he goes to the Lakers, I understand. If the Lakers give him the bag and all he wants, I understand. Because his thing is all he said on record that he's always wanted to coach in the NBA, and it's got to be the right situation. And maybe in his heart of hearts, this might be the right situation. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Maybe he don't want to be waiting till somebody like Charlotte or somebody open up and go to some old raggedy team. Maybe he want to go to a team where he know he can build something and win a championship in one of the most historical franchises. I don't know what his reasoning would be. You know what I'm saying? But hey, either way, I'm people always say, well, you got to pick sides. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Two things could be true. You know what I'm saying? He can either stay or he could go. It's really it's not no real or wrong or right answer at the end of the day. It's whatever make him happy. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So because there's no guarantee they're gonna win a three-peat. Because it's almost impossible to do. So it's not even no guarantee they're gonna do it. I don't even know who the top teams in college basketball is next year. Besides them, really. Duke is always there, but
The top
Duke,
team in
Carolina,
college,
certain teams.
the top team in any college sport is whoever invests in the transfer portal. That's all. That's all.
Exactly. That's what it is about now. And maybe he don't want to keep dealing with that. Because that's another thing. They say he got to raise all this money just to pay players. And they didn't have to do that a couple of years ago. Now these teams like Connecticut that don't really have money, they have to go out and raise money like they selling Girl Scout cookies. You know what I'm saying? To play players. You know what I'm saying? So he probably like, man, I'm good on all that. You know what I mean? So that's what a lot of people don't understand about this whole thing. You know?
Yeah.
So
I just want to say this, man. Mike Quick, we thank you for tapping in, bro. And we definitely gonna be reaching out to you to talk some major business moves with you. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate all your support, man.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, so go ahead and give us our drop for the week so we get up out of here.
You're now tuned in with the 901 Sports Podcast Show featuring Icon E and Jacob the Great. We are now broadcasting in 191 countries worldwide, powered by Zeno FM in the Village Global Network, with online monitoring services, with online radio box. Thank you for tapping in. Peace and blessings. Keep it locked.
No doubt, no doubt. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful weekend. We see y'all on the next one.
Peace.
People seen it, but they just don't know.
What I told you, Cutter.
People seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know.
Huh?
People,
Let's go.
people